have some sabbatical splurges plus an update on my fractured wrist and when I'll be out of this cast. Stay with me. Hello amigos, welcome back. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome if you are new here, bienvenidos. Wanted to just pop in and say hello. I've been buying a lot of things. I've been splurging a lot of items that have been going on sale, because y'all know me, I'm all about las tres Bs of bueno, bonito y barato. Always want to find the best deal that I can on a really fabulous item, and wanted to share some items that I actually purchased from Swarovski, and which will lead me into my story for my cast. If you watched my video where I was revealing kind of like the gift exchange that I did with my amiga Nancy on the Three Kings Day, on Dia de los Reyes, and we ended up doing like a little gift exchange. It just so happened that it ended up working out to be a gift exchange because my gift to her was ordered like a month in advance and it got to her really, really late. But besides that, as I mentioned, I had gone on a cruise, and we went on a princess cruise out of Galveston because it was close here to home. Normally we fly to a destination and leave from there because we like to hit like the southern islands. As we were on the cruise, we were on the final day at sea coming back home. It was an 8-day cruise, and I slipped and fell. I was walking through kind of like the buffet area, which is kind of like their horizon court or whatever they called it. And I'm very, very conscientious of always looking at the ground, making sure that there's nothing spilt on the floor, because they have their carts and things kind of like spill, or there might drops of water, or it's on the same floor as a lot of the pools, right? Like the pool area is on the same floor. So I'm always very conscientious. And I was carrying 2 plates in my hand, and I was kind of looking straight because I was looking for David to see where I had left him to be seated, because he had already gotten his food. And I went did another round. I was walking by a section where there were high tables, and there was an employee wiping down the table, when all of a sudden, the next thing I knew, the plates were flying out of my hand and I was down on the ground and my left knee hit the floor. So that's where I felt the greatest impact from my fall, and that's what started to bruise and swell. But when I was on the floor, my right hand had fallen behind me, and I just remember, once you realize that you're on the floor, that my hand was wet. So I was like, okay, this floor is wet. So that's why I slipped and fell, but I didn't see any like wet floor signs or anything like that. So the young lady helped me up, the employee, she brought me another plate, and then I guess the manager or lead of that area came and checked on me, and they were asking, do you need medical attention? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I mean, to me, it was just a slip and fall. My knee was hurting, but I've, figured, okay, I'll take Tylenol and it'll be fine. And so I don't ever remember them asking me to write a report. It was just more medical attention. I was like, not having like a severe medical emergency. I'm not cut, I'm not bleeding or anything like that. So anyway, I just had swelling later, bad bruise later in the evening, and so we had to get ice, blah, blah, blah. We get off the boat, we come back home, I go back to work for a few days, and then it's the holidays, and then I take off during the holidays, and I go back after the new year on the 2nd. And when I start to go back to work and I'm typing, I'm noticing that my hand is starting to be more sore, and I really couldn't use it as much, especially because I'm kind of like cleaning, and because we had my cousin that was coming over Thursday night, because they were going to fly back home to Ohio on Friday. And that Friday on the 3rd, I took a half day off, and we took him to the airport. And me being the savvy shopper that I am, because we were by the airport and that is near the Army base, I told my husband, let's go to Fort Sam, because I knew the Swarovski ornaments were marked down. And y'all know I am all about collecting these ornaments when they are marked down, because I give these to family and friends, because these will retail for $90. And on base, they mark them down to $20. So I hope my subby that I messaged to go on base to go get them, I hope you got them, because you said you were going to go. because I do have a subby that lives here in San Antonio, and she is also able to go to the military bases. So I messaged her right away that these were marked down, like pretty much like 70% off, right? And so my husband had already bought me a couple at the Air Force Base, and I was like, hey, we're already here by the Army base, let's see how many they have, and then I can buy some more. And they had a ton. So we're on base, and we see them in the case. I tell the gentleman to come and unlock it so I can buy my ornaments, and I tell David, I said, you know, my hand is hurting really, really bad. I couldn't bend my fingers forward. I couldn't bend my wrist forward. I couldn't bend it down. And I said, it's ER bad. And he's like, are you serious? And I said, yeah, I'm serious. I said, like, we're already here by BAMC. So, and that's the trauma, like the medical center. And I said, I really think you need to take me there because it's really, really bad. And I was already starting to feel like swelling, and it was starting to hurt right here at the top of my wrist. And I said, but ornaments first, we need to pay for these, and then we'll go over there. So we paid for the ornaments, and I bought several of them. And we had to go get it something for one of my rental properties to get it, something's done. And so we went to Lowe's, and I was like, okay, now let's go to the ER. So we went to the ER, and then they ended up going and x-raying it. And they said, well, what did you do to injure it? And they're like, did you hit it? And I said, I don't remember hitting it, because in my mind, I'm trying to think, what did I do to my wrist? I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, I don't remember slamming it or hitting it. And I said, the only thing I can think of is we were on a cruise, I slipped and fell. And I said, I remember my hand being on the floor behind me, you know, once I realized that I had fallen all the way down to the ground. And I said, that's the only thing that I can think of for like an impact in any way to my wrist. And so when they looked at the x-rays, they said, yes, this is an old fracture. We can tell that you've had this fracture for a few weeks, because they said, when did you fall? And I said, I fell on December 15th. That's the day that we were coming back at sea. And they said, yep, this is a few weeks old. They're like, we're going to have to cast you. So they ended up giving me a shot for the pain, because the pain was really, really bad. And they casted me, and they're like, we need you to have it on for a couple of weeks. I was like, okay. So I had the cast on for actually 13 days. They scheduled me to go back to BAMC, and then they x-ray it again, and they're like, no, it's still not well. And we're more worried also about the ligaments surrounding kind of like the wrist, right, or the bone is. And so we need to put you in another cast for 3 more weeks. So I've already had this new cast on. At least I got to change or pick the color, because at first it was black, now it's pink. And so I've already had this one on for 1 week. I have 2 more weeks with the cast, and then I will be moved, hopefully, to a brace. So I'll be in a brace for another period of time, and then I have to go to occupational therapy. So it's going to be quite a bit before I'm fully healed and recovered from my wrist. So I'm trying not to do a lot with it. I'm having to pretty much be like a T-Rex and just like type with one hand. I've been using the dictate function through like my emails and through Word. If I have to do Teams, then I will speak something into an email, and then I'll copy and paste it in case it's like a long response through Teams or what have you. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with this. So I hope it heals well, and that I can go into the brace, because I can't drive anywhere, right? They put on there that I can't drive. So David's been my chauffeur. He's driving Miss Daisy, and I'm pretty much at home. And then on the weekends is when I'll be like, okay, let me get out and do an errand. Today I actually had to go and get a teeth cleaning or whatever. So that was my little excursion for the day. I went and had dinner and wanted some seafood. So we went to Laguna Madre. It's like it's a good fast food seafood place where I get certain grilled dishes rather than going to an expensive restaurant. So anyway, we went there, came home, and I thought, okay, let me go ahead and I thought I would do some little quick sabbatical splurge videos. In between, I can get fully recovered, and I don't have to do a lot of editing. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of B-roll, anything like that. Just gonna be sharing with you some of the things that I have been buying, because I've been buying a lot of things because of the winter sale. Shoes, clothing, accessories, you name it. But wanted to share these with you because you know I always like to share a great deal with you. So of course, these are the 2024 ornaments from Swarovski, and they actually came out with 2 this year. Normally it's kind of like 1, and of course you have the traditional beautiful green box, and here you have the annual 2024 ornament. And the first one that we ended up getting, I actually have in front of me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of each, because I thought they were really, really pretty. So here you can see the snowflake crystal. Let me see if I can pull this top part off. Yeah, here we go. And here's this year's edition. Pardon my nails because I cannot do anything. Can't do anything. But isn't that pretty? So this one had more of like the cut, like the etching here, but it's just super nice. And oh, look at that. It came out easily. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It looks better against the pink on my cast, but it's just so pretty to see. There you go. I just love them. And everybody that I've been giving them to, they know that they are late, but they love it because it just starts a collection for them. And I'm just so glad I'm able to give them one of these. So that way they remember that it's from me, and everybody that got there so far for 2023 that I gave them to, they loved it. And I got them in the summer. They marked them down in the summer. And so I bought a ton of them. And so everybody got their little crystal. You know what's interesting? This one, I'm gonna look at, now that I laid it down, can you see that? How the top, it's raised there. So it's like a snowflake on a snowflake. This is raised. It's not just one flat star. You actually have like two, one on top of the other. That's really cool. I didn't notice that until I laid it down right now. So you have that center there. Really, really beautiful. So that's the large traditional white crystal one. But then when we went to Lackland looking for these, we saw that they had a smaller one. And I thought this was cute because I don't normally see the really pretty champagne colored snowflakes. The last one I bought was from Macy's because it was it's like sometimes Macy's releases their own. And this one actually is on a red string. Mira qué bonito. You can see that on my little sweater here. Does this one have the raised? No, wait, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay, so this one doesn't have the little charm, dangle charm like the year, like the white one, like the larger one. But see how you can see you have the center, you have a center snowflake crystal on top, and then this one here. But you have the same etching of the cut, but look at how really pretty and brilliant that is. Look at that. Let me see on the side profile, see how you can see you have one on top of the other. But yeah, so this is a really, really pretty one. So I thought this was really cute and different. So we got half and half of these. These were marked down. If the other one was like 20 bucks, I want to say these were like $16, $15. Like they were really, really cheap. So that's why we ended up getting this other one as well, because I thought it would be a nice little change, a nice little option for something different, especially for those people that I've been giving the regular large crystal one. But yeah, because the little one, the brown one, normally retails for $60, 60 bucks. And then of course the large white one, they retail typically for like $90. So on base, definitely they were a really, really great deal because they were like $20, $21, and then we don't pay any tax. And they're just a really, really great gift. So they're pretty much like 75% off, but really lovely. Again, whether you just get one for yourself every year, it's just a really, really beautiful little crystal ornament to hang on your tree, or like I showed during one of my little Luxmas, I have a little standing tree where I hang a lot of these ornaments and things like that, just depending on how I decorate for the holiday season, but they're really, really beautiful. And then the other one that I got, I think this is it. So this one was also in the case when we were there at the jewelry counter and asking them for these stars. They actually had this one, and I thought it was really, really cute, and it was also marked down on sale. And I went ahead and got this one because I always like to collect them, because I have my vitrine here in the office that I've shared with you guys before. And he was just a really cute holiday little collectible, and I couldn't resist him for the price. So let's see. I don't want to drop him. All right. Let's see. How can I show this one to you guys with an injured wrist? Okay. Let's do this. Can you see that? The little bear. He's got his little hat, and he's like on a little, like a little present. See that? Isn't he cute? He is super, super cute. Like he's skiing. He's precious. Very cute. And they had this one left out of all of them. This is like the only one left as far as like a figurine, I think. And I said, I don't have that one. And with him being marked down, I went ahead and I got him. He was super cute. We ended up getting 2 ornaments when they were half off. And then like the following week, they ended up marking them down to like the 75% off. And that's when we went back and we just stocked up. So that's where we were kind of almost clearing the base out, because this is what I love to collect. But the other thing for fun that I just wanted to share with you guys, in case y'all go to stores that happen to have like fun holiday candy, we went into the commissary because it's next door to Lackland, and Lackland Air Force Base always carries a bunch of like food items, especially for like the holidays, for Christmas. Oh my God, I have so many things like from Germany, but right now everything is for Valentine's. And so I love me some Junior Mints. I just love like a peppermint candy. And so they had these fun Valentine's mints. So I got a few of those, but this was my favorite because it was very, very retro. It reminded me of my childhood. And as I've mentioned, I love me some Hola Gatita, some Hello Kitty. Did y'all know that she wasn't a kitty? She wasn't a cat. I just saw some kind of like short or something that came up that they were saying that it was, I guess, a little girl. It's not really a cat. I'm like, then why is she kitty? Because to me, it was always Hola Gatita. That's what we've always said, Hello Kitty. In Spanish, that's how they would market it or name it in Mexico, Hola Gatita. But anyway, besides that, the main point that I wanted to share is that they actually had these really, really cute, I was going to say some fun dips, but these are fun dips. And I used to always eat a lot of fun dips as a kid, and I just thought it was so fun and nostalgic. But they have a Hello Kitty little pack. How many is this? 22 pouches. Isn't this so cute? Look at that. And so I got one, and then I told my husband, I was like, we need to go back and get some for gifts, because I think these are going to be really, really cute for people from my peeps from my area, from my age, I should say, my era. But aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? That's the back. This is the front. So you have your little fun dip stick here, and then you have the powder here for the Hello Kitty, and there's 22. So a lot of fun. Fun little treats to tie me over to make myself feel better while I'm injured. My husband says we're all on the injured reserve list. I've got a fracture. Keeks hurt her little back leg right before Thanksgiving, so she was limping. Shared that with you guys, so she's doing better. But then David had an umbilical hernia, so he actually had surgery a couple of weeks ago, actually. So he's recovering from that. Can't lift anything. So like he says, we're on the injured reserve list. At least he can drive, because this way we can get around, do errands and stuff like that. The other fun thing that they actually had there on base, these were actually really good. I had never seen these before. These are Hawaiian Host. I love white chocolate. That is my all-time favorite. And so these are strawberries and cream, white chocolate, macadamia. These are very, very, very yummy. So these have been good. I've already opened up the package, but wanted to share these in case y'all see these around, like maybe like at World Market or whatever, or you have access to the commissary, to the base, definitely. And you love fun, nostalgic stuff like this for Hello Kitty, a little fun dip. These are really fun. Or if you have kids, right, there's, because of the 22 pouches, and you have to do like the little Valentines. If y'all still do that at school, where you give away like the little candies, or to your friends, your little your little Valentine's cards. These are really, really cute. So these are a good idea. So I wanted to share that with you for that, because they had a lot of fun things like that to give out, like especially for Valentine's at school. So these are my fun splurges, my sabbatical splurges. This is the first one. I'll do a few more either on a Saturday or a Sunday. I'll upload it as a sabbatical splurge video, just quick to share something fun with you that I purchased. But that's the update. That's where we're at. I'll be in this cast for a few more weeks, and in the meantime, I'll do some fun quick sabbatical splurge videos just to time you over till I can be fully up and running and doing videos. I hope y'all are having a good winter. Hopefully y'all are safe. For those of you in California, that you are safe. You know, our thoughts and prayers are with all of those that are out there, especially our subscribers that are there in California. So, you know, we keep you in our hearts, keep you in our prayers, hoping you and your family and are safe, and that you've had a good winter. We actually had a little bit of snow last week because we're in Central Texas. That's not very common for us, but it's been chilly, so it's starting to finally get a little warmer. We're starting to get into the 50s, 60s. So that's pretty good for January. And then February will be a little bit more chilly, a little bit, but then we'll get back to normal, hopefully like in March, and we'll start to have like a better temperature. So hope you're all staying safe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, adios, bye-bye.